Hello from Dhaka. This is Farida Akhter and you are watching BSS News. At first, the headlines. Bangladesh economy is rebounding, says advisor Salehuddin Ahmed. Climate finance is a question of survival, not bargaining, says advisor Farida Akhter. Bhashani continues to inspire in protecting democracy and rights, says Tarique Rahman. Verdict in Sheikh Hasina's crimes against humanity case tomorrow. Trump says he's sort of decided on what to do with Venezuela. Now the details. Bangladesh economy is rebounding, says advisor Salehuddin Ahmed. Finance advisor Dr. Salehuddin Ahmed today said Bangladesh's economy is recovering due to government's measures that have revived overall economic activities. He spoke as a chief guest at the Nagod Dhaka Reporters Unity-Based Reporting Award 2025 at the International Mother Language Institute Auditorium in the city Dhaka. The economy, he said, is now in a better state than the difficult period in August with improvements in reserves and exports. Bangladesh still faces domestic challenges but maintains a positive image internationally, with major global institutions acknowledging its progress. Dr. Salehuddin Ahmed called for fiscal prudence and accountability, mentioning that some past mega projects have cost hundreds of crores of taka but delivered limited benefit. He said the coming months are crucial and called for refining existing structures before handing them over to the incoming government. He also said development requires education, health, and social security, not just economic gains. He urged journalists to practice responsible and investigative reporting and said the country is progressing and will advance faster. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Finance issued an urgent alert about a fraudulent video circulating on Facebook. The ministry said an interested group used artificial intelligence to mimic the finance advisor's voice and image. It stated that the content has no link to the Ministry of Finance or Dr. Salehuddin Ahmed and is harming his social and state dignity. It urged the public not to be misled by such fake content and to avoid any financial transactions without proper verification. Climate finance is a question of survival, not bargaining, says advisor Farida Akhter. Fisheries and livestock advisor Farida Akhter said climate finance for Bangladesh is a matter of survival, justice, and human dignity. She made the remarks on Friday, Brazil time, at a session titled From Local to Global: Youth Inclusion in the Loss and Damage Framework, held at the Bangladesh Pavilion during the United Nations Climate Conference COP30 in Belem. Bangladesh, she said, is seeking solutions that match the depth of its suffering and is speaking for the least developed countries whose lives and futures are being altered by the climate crisis. The framework would be meaningless if affected communities are not kept at the center. The advisor also said Bangladesh is bringing young people to the forefront to tackle growing loss and damage impacts. Department of Environment Director Mirza Shaukat Ali said Bangladesh is preparing a national loss and damage framework aligned with international agreements and young people will be effectively engaged. The panel was moderated by the Loss and Damage Working Group Contact Point, Jasmima Sabatina. Bhashani continues to inspire in protecting democracy and rights, says Tarique Rahman. Bangladesh Nationalist Party Acting Chairman Tarique Rahman today said Maulana Abdul Hamid Khan Bhashani remains a source of inspiration in securing the rightful demands of the helpless. He wrote this in a post on his verified Facebook page marking the 49th death anniversary of the veteran leader. He said Maulana Bhashani will continue to inspire efforts to protect democracy, human rights, and the country's independence and sovereignty. He paid deep respect to Maulana Bhashani's memory and prayed for the salvation of his soul. Tarique Rahman said Maulana Bhashani holds an unforgettable place in national history. He said that Bhashani was a legendary figure in the struggle against imperialism, colonialism, and expansionism. He said that Bhashani was a legendary figure in the struggle against imperialism, colonialism, and expansionism, and that he gave brave leadership to the exploited and oppressed across the subcontinent. Maulana Bhashani, the BNP acting chairman, said was a guiding force in the independence movement, the democratic struggle, and the fight for the rights of farmers, laborers, and working people. Verdict in Sheikh Hasina's crimes against humanity case tomorrow. The International Crimes Tribunal 1 will deliver its judgment tomorrow, 17th November, in the Crimes Against Humanity case against 3 accused, including ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The case concerns Superior Command's responsibility for offences committed during the July mass uprising. The 3-member tribunal panel is led by Justice Gholam Murtuza Mujumdar. International Crimes Tribunal Chief Prosecutor Mohammad Tajul Islam said the court is expected to deliver a fair and proper verdict. The prosecution, he said, prayed for the maximum punishment for the accused. The tribunal fixed the date for the verdict after the prosecution completed its rebuttal on 13th November. A total of 54 prosecution witnesses testified in the case. Former Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, one of the accused, had pleaded guilty earlier and became an approver. Trump says he sort of decided on what to do with Venezuela. United States President Donald Trump said on Friday that he has sort of made up his mind about Venezuela. He spoke to reporters on Air Force One while traveling to his estate in Florida. He said the United States has made progress in stopping drugs from entering the country. In recent weeks, Washington has deployed warships, fighter jets, and thousands of soldiers across Latin America. It has also launched strikes on 21 alleged drug smuggling boats, resulting in at least 80 deaths. The USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, reached Latin America on Tuesday to support counter-drug operations. Earlier on 2nd November, President Donald Trump said he did not expect a war with Venezuela, but claimed that the days of Nicolas Maduro were numbered. Colombia's President Gustavo Petro has alleged that the United States deployed aims to seize Venezuela's oil and destabilize the region. In response, Venezuela has ordered to nationwide military deployment to counter the expanding United States naval presence near its coast. That's all for today. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.